Hey there, if you're watching this, you are probably a recruiting agency owner, and it's likely that you are doing direct hire placements and probably living placement to placement, right? Probably you don't have a consistent recurring cash flow that you can count on. So I'm here to show you how to do that. And it's really, it's it's not that complicated as you think it might be. Okay, so if you're struggling to kind of keep everything together, struggling for consistent growth, if you've ever not paid yourself or you're not able to reinvest in your business and the things that you want to do. Like I've realized this because now I coach recruiting agency owners, and I realize how many people just are having this struggle. And so many people say, I'd like to exit my business one day, but they don't have the business model aligned so that they can do that. And I'm here to show you how to do that. I've been executive coaching recruiting agency owners, helping them to build their businesses. And now I'm like, let me create some classes that are easy, simple, really, really affordable, just so that you can know what to do, because it's actually what I've realized is it's more that people don't know how. They just don't know the basics on and think that temp staffing or contract staffing is super complicated, but there are third-party companies that help with that, and they're actually not that expensive. So I'm basically here to demystify it, to just show you how it's done, show you the math. I mean, even sometimes if you have, depending on what roles you place, you could make like $20-$30 in margin for every contractor that's out. Okay, now add that up. Say you have a $20 margin, that's $40K a year in a fee. Okay, and so instead of waiting like all these pieces to come in place to make that placement, then you have to go through the guarantee period if this was a permanent placement. No, with contract staffing, you start billing right when the person starts working, and you know what's going to be coming in. Now, if you're thinking, I don't have the money to fund payroll, there are businesses that do it that I can introduce you to that are literally like cost like 2% of your payroll. And and there are businesses that do all the compliance, all the HR stuff, all the even insurance, even some that have carry malpractice insurance if you're doing medical temps. So I am here to help you navigate that. Okay. And I built out some classes, and this one is how to start contracting and temp staffing, because I just want to show people, like, the more and more I talk to people. I mean, you might know I'm interviewed on a lot of podcasts, and usually in our like pre-conversations, when I'm telling people what I do and telling them how I teach people how to do recurring revenue, they're like, they don't know themselves, and they're like, oh, that's like amazing. None of us do this. And it's really not that. It's just sort of like, it's not that complicated. It's just knowing how to do it. So anyway, this is a class to show you, it's less than $200, and it's literally to show you everything that you need to know about demystifying, starting, and building a temp staffing agency. When I built my company and sold it for $28 million, I had literally those dummies books, and it was how to start a temp agency for dummies. That's what I used. This is your version of that. And look, it's not, I had a $28 million exit, and people are like, wow, that's amazing. It was great. Obviously, like, it was really cool. But if you look up, there were 245 staffing agency exits just in the last 3 years, multi-million-dollar exits. And mine was so small compared to so many of the exits that are happening. And it's basically a business model. It's a plan that you can follow. You can scale it and grow it. It's obviously not easy, but what you're doing right now is not easy either. So anyway, don't hesitate. Get the class, do the modules, do the work, learn about it, and start getting that consistent recurring revenue, because that is literally self-care for yourself and for your business.